handful of people picketed outside Zimbabwe's Uebert Angels Good News Church in Bosksburg today. It's an Ekurhuleni following an exposé by Al Jazeera in a documentary about an alleged gold mafia involving the right-hand man to Zimbabwe's President Emmerson Mnangagwa. Erin reports.
An Al Jazeera documentary about gold smuggling between Zimbabwe and the United Arab Emirates has caused a ruckus, not only in that southern African country, but also its neighbor, South Africa. And it's Uebert Angel, the diplomat at large or ambassador at large, a right-hand man to Zimbabwe President Emmerson Mnangagwa, who's come under sharp scrutiny. That's why concerned Zimbabweans are gathered here in Bosksburg next to one of the churches linked to Angel. And members of ZAPU, the Zimbabwean African People's Union, are calling for a change in response to that documentary. Angel is a man of many interests, not only political or business-wise. He also plays the saxophone and prophesies on everything from election results across the continent to football scores. I'm joined now by Mthulisi Hanana, ZAPU Secretary General. Sir, tell us, what are you calling for? Do you want Angel to be stripped of his powers?
Yeah, I think the first thing that we are calling for is that Prophet Angel, but we want to prefer to refer to him as ambassador at large. We want him to be stripped of his diplomatic immunity that is abusing and using to loot state resources. So the thing that we're calling for is that either he steps down or the government fires him. This morning we saw Nick Mangwana, government spokesperson, saying that his assets have been frozen. So it means that there's ground enough, I mean, for him to be suspended or for him to be stripped of his diplomatic immunity. Yeah.
Do you think that's going to solve the bigger issues around gold smuggling out of Zimbabwe? We hear it's something like $100 million worth of illicit gold leaves the borders monthly.
I think what we have seen now is just the tip of the iceberg. I think at a larger scale, what we're calling for a thorough investigation in terms of what's going on around the issue of resources. Remember, even during the Robert Mugabe era, there was a talk of about 15 billion worth of diamonds that were looted. And we also saw the likes of the Minister of Mines, Chindoro Chinenga, being killed after exposing such. So the rot in Zimbabwe is way deeper than what we see. But we want to see the government of Zimbabwe concerned and taking action and not hiding behind the issue of sanctions, because the problem that we have in the economy of Zimbabwe is the corruption that we are seeing now. And remember that this second republic came in saying that they want to deal with criminals around the then President Robert Mugabe. But we are seeing that there is actually more criminals in this administration. It's actually the criminals that took over power. So we want a thorough investigation. We want our justice system to do its job.
Mthulisi Hanana there, Secretary General for ZAPU, and a call for ongoing action around what has been revealed in this gold mafia documentary by Al Jazeera's I-Unit, a unit that focuses on exposés and deep dive investigations. Of course, there has been response from ZANU-PF in Zimbabwe, as well as a government spokesperson, effectively rubbishing the contents of that documentary, and in one case, asserting a Western ploy by Zimbabwe's detractors. With that, I'm Erin for Newzroom Afrika, Channel 405 here in Bosksburg, Gauteng.